Okay, so now in this part, we are given the equation of the circle in the expanded form. If you look carefully, this is the expanded form. So now the question is, how will I find the center coordinates and the radius of the circle from the expanded form? So we need to find HK and the radius. So in order to find the HK, let's just write this equation again. So I will just write this whole equation again. So the equation is x square plus y square minus 4x plus 2y minus 11 is equal to 0. So I just rewrote this equation. Alright. Okay, so in the last class, we looked at the expanded form for an equation of a circle. So सर्कल की जो एक्सपेंडेड फॉर्म होती है दैट इज एक्स स्क्वायर प्लस वाई स्क्वायर माइनस टू एच एक्स माइनस टू के एक्स प्लस एच स्क्वायर प्लस के स्क्वायर माइनस आर स्क्वायर इज इक्वल टू 0. So this is what we did in the last video. This was the expanded form of a circle. So now, how will I find the coordinates h and k? So in order to find the coordinates of h and k, you can clearly see that what is the x term here. So I can see that this is my x term here, and on the above equation, ये जो ऊपर वाली equation है, इसके अंदर जो हमारी x term है, so what is our x term here? So this is our x term here. This is actually the coefficient of x here, and this is the coefficient of x here. So simply मैं इन दोनों को equate कर दूंगा. Minus 4x. So minus will get cancelled out, and x and x will also be cancelled out. So this will be 2h is equal to 4, which will become h is equal to 2. So the value for h is actually 2. Now in order to find k, let's look at the other term. Okay, so now in order to find k, let's look at the y coefficient. Let's look at the y term or the coefficient of y in both these equations. So here I can see that this is the coefficient of y, and this is the coefficient of y here. So I will equate both of them. So this will be minus 2ky is equal to 2y. So y and y will be cancelled out, and you will be left with minus 2k is equal to 2, and so the value of k will become minus 1. So the h is 2 and k is minus 1. So h and k coordinates are actually 2 and minus 1. Now in order to find the radius, what we can see here that radius r is actually a constant term. So radius is a constant here. So what I will do is I will look at all the other constants in this equation. So I can see that यहाँ पे h square जो है वो भी constant है और k square भी constant है. So this will actually become h square plus k square माइनस आर स्क्वायर, ये सारी जो टर्म्स हैं इस इक्वेशन के अंदर कांस्टेंट टर्म्स हैं. एंड इफ यू लुक एट द अबव इक्वेशन, you can see that minus 11 is the constant term here. This is the constant term here. So I will equate it with minus 11. So now we have already found out the value for h and k. So h is 2 square plus k is minus 1 square. Okay, let's just bring this minus 11 here and let's just take the r square there. So it becomes, positive. So this will be plus 11 is equal to r square. So this will become 4. This will be 4 plus 1 plus 11 is equal to r square. This will turn out to be 16. So r square is equal to 16. On both the sides we will now apply the square root. So square root will come here and the square root will come here. And answer will just become, so the radius will be r is equal to 4. So again you can see that this is actually the expanded form. And now again I need to find the center coordinates h, k and also the radius r. So again, firstly I will just rewrite this equation here. So the equation is x square plus y square minus 8y plus 3 is equal to 0. And then I will write the expanded form for the equation of a circle. So that is x square plus y square minus 2xh minus 2yk plus h square plus k square minus r square is equal to 0. So if you want to know how we got this equation, so you can watch the previous parts. Okay, so this has been discussed in the previous parts. Now, in order to find the center coordinates, let's look at the x term here. So here I can see that this is my x term, or this is the coefficient of x. But the problem is that if you look at this equation, there is no x term here. There is no coefficient of x present here, and that is an indication that a value of h will be 0. The value of h will be 0 because there is no x term here. So I will write because no x term is available, because no x term present. So since there is no x term present in the original equation, that means that the value or the coordinate of h is going to be 0. Now let's look at the other term, that is your y term. So you can clearly see that the coefficient of y here is the minus 2k, and here the coefficient of y is minus 8. So I will simply again equate both of them. That will be minus 2yk is equal to minus 8y. So minus and minus sign will be cancelled out. This will be, the y will be cancelled out. So this will be 2k is equal to 8 and consequently k जो है वो 4 बन जाएगा. So the coordinates for HK are 0, 4. ये हमारे सेंटर के कोऑर्डिनेट्स आ गए हैं. These are the coordinates of my center. Now again, in order to find the radius, let's just take all the constant terms from here. So h square plus k square minus r square, and we will equate it with the constant term here, that is plus 3. So I will just write 3 here. So we already know the value of h and k. So h is 0 square plus k is 4, so 4 square, and let's just take r square there, so it becomes positive, and we can take the 3 to the left side. So this will be minus 3 is equal to r square. So this will become 16 minus 3 is equal to r square, and r square is equal to 13. So we will just square root both the sides. So it will get cancelled here. So the value of r turns out to be under root 13. So this is the value for the radius of the circle.